Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Fact or Fiction. Today I saw a guy using some WD-40 on a scratch. Says it does all the scratch removal and stuff like this. As you see, it's not dirt, it's actually where it grazed something. So we're going to see if WD-40 actually does do the removal. I already have an idea of what I think it's going to do, but because he actually put this on Gauge magazine, or Gauge magazine thought it was a great idea and they put it on there, I was like, well, let's just go ahead and see what it does. So, I'll spray some WD-40 on there and go from there. All right, let me go ahead and zoom in too, so you can see it's actually scratches. All right, that's pretty much scratches all the way through. So we're going to go back up the camera, let you see the whole thing. We're going to spray it on there. Got these little mitt things right here. Let's start rubbing on it. Yeah, well, I don't know what the heck he had, but I did notice that it's actually like cleaning up the dirt off it. Kind of the same thing I saw on his. So let me get a paper towel and we're going to keep on wiping on this and see what it turns out like. Now, what I do notice is it's actually like cleaning off the dirt off of the car. So we're going to go spray a little bit more on there, like he did, and wet it all down. I mean, he just like doused it on there. And just keep on wiping like he did. Now some of this over here looks like it's actually gone away, but to me it's more like it just cleaned out some of the dirt out of the little cracks and crevices and just made it shiny so you don't see it as much. So wipe more of it off. We still got some up here. And if I remember right, he sprayed even more WD-40 on there and kept rubbing. Now, for the most part, all I see it really doing is pretty much just cleaning the car. And when you spray something shiny on it, it just kind of, it takes away from the dirt. It kind of like just makes it shinier, so that way you don't quite see it as much. If there's a groove in there, it's pretty much trying to fill the groove a little bit. And once you remove some of the dirt out of that scratch, it doesn't show up as much, of course. So the real way you should be doing this, if you're going to be doing this at home, DIY, you can pretty much take a drill, a little buffing wheel, put a little polishing compound on there, and you can actually cut into it, rubbing compound, something that's made to cut in and clean up the scratches. So, and if it's a real deep scratch, all you're going to do is just, it's not going to fix it all the way back down. It's going to have to be repainted on that. So if it's a minor scratch, looks like some of these right here, which looks like some of these right here. So come back through. So let's go and put a little bit of polishing compound on here and see what we got. This is the way you should do it, not WD-40. You should wash your car, clean up all your spot, and if there's something there, go and get some polishing compound, break out a drill, and do it the way you're supposed to. Now, yes, I can fast forward through all this stuff, but what I can tell you right now is what's going on right up here is most of that was all scratched up is actually pretty much disappearing, and you're actually cleaning up the paint. The deepest of deep scratches, of course, aren't going to go anywhere unless you keep going at it. But we've got a couple left right there. I got one right down here. This one up here pretty much looks like it's gone. And the worst one, which I thought was even further, into the paint than I thought, is actually. As you see, everything's cleaning up nicely. Now, the one thing about using this repair over something like where he used WD-40 is WD-40, when you get a rain, that's just going to pretty much wash off, and the shininess that you had will disappear, and then all of your scratches will reappear for the most part. So we're going to go ahead and keep on with this, and see, we got, this is more of a permanent repair right here for any scratches. Once it's done like this, wash your car. It's going to stay. This is a polishing compound. Just go back to washing it and cleaning it up. When you're spraying WD-40 and all other sorts of chemicals like that on there, it can actually mess up the finish in the long run, get underneath the paint. If you ever get it repainted, it's just, it's going to be embedded in the paint. So I would definitely advise against the WD-40. And this is the way it should be done. Okay, so here's another scratch right here, and we're going to, again, this is a separate car just because I wanted to go ahead and just show you on a thorough example. So there's some scratches in there. It's not dust, it's not chalk, it's nothing. It's actually little scratches. So we're going to spray a little bit of WD-40 on there and see if we can wipe off the scratches as the other video shows. Alright, spray a little bit of WD-40 just like they say. Make sure I can show you guys I'm getting it all on there. Yeah, I don't really see it disappearing like he says. Oh yeah, WD-40 fixes scratches. Yeah. Don't see it really going anywhere. Yeah, the only thing I really noticed was it just kind of made the whole area kind of shinier. That's about it. So spray a little bit more on there, wipe it down some more. And again, I don't really see the scratch miraculously disappearing. Yeah. It didn't really go anywhere. So I really don't think this WD-40 does like it says. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and wash this WD-40 back off, and we're gonna go ahead and fix it the correct way. And all you need is a simple drill that you have around the house, a little simple buffing little pad like this, and we're gonna use a rubbing compound, and we're gonna buff this scratch right out. So let's see what we can do. All right, got a little bit of rubbing compound up here. Let's see what we can do with it. Yeah, look at that. It actually looks like it's pretty much buffing away. So, oh, that's a little bug. Looks like a little spot right here too, over on the side. Hit that rub real quick. So there's a little spot left right here. those look like they've actually they're into a layer of paint, possibly from a rock coming up off the road. But other than that, all the other little scratches that was up here is actually buffed out. So let's go ahead and wipe that off with a clean paper towel. Let's see what we got. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now see, when you do it this way with the actual buffing pad and the rubbing compound, it actually totally removes it. When you're using WD-40, what it pretty much is doing, it'll clean out some of the dirt on there, and then because it puts like a layer of oil on there, it gives it a shiny surface, so it kind of like takes away from where the deep scratches are or any scratches. So it really doesn't fix it, and then when it gets wet or you wash your car, you're right back to the same thing. So when you do it the right way with a little buffing pad, you could do it by hand if you don't have a drill. It'll take forever. But when you're using a little drill like that with a little buffing pad, man, it makes short work of it. So all we gotta do is just pretty much it's back clean and everything. So wash your car, put some wax on it, and you're good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode of Fact or Fiction, and I'll catch you on the next one. 11:59 videos. Oh!